Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a full review of the Google Pixel 9a, Google's latest budget phone for 2025, priced around $500. If you've been wondering whether this phone is actually worth buying, this video is for you. Design and build quality. The Pixel 9a borrows much of its design from the Pixel 9. It features a mix of Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, an aluminum frame, and a plastic bag. It's IP68 certified, so it can handle dust and even survive underwater for up to 30 minutes at 1.5 meters. The signature Pixel camera visor that started with the Pixel 6 is now completely gone. The new rear design looks cleaner and the camera bump is minimal, meaning the phone sits flat on a table with no wobble. However, the back does look a bit empty, like something's missing. Honestly, it's not the best looking phone out there. The button layout is still reversed compared to most phones. Volume on top, power below, which takes getting used to. The Pixel 9a comes in 4 colors: obsidian, black, porcelain, white, iris, purple, and peony, pink. I've been using the black model and unfortunately it picks up fingerprints and smudges very easily. The frame is nicely contoured, and despite being 8.9 millimeters thick and weighing 186 grams, the phone feels very comfortable to hold. It's well balanced and has compact dimensions that make it easy to use with one hand. Display, you're getting a 6.3-inch POLED display with a 1080 by 2424 resolution and a pixel density of 422 ppi. The refresh rate hits up to 120 Hz, but it's not LTPO, so it can't go super low to save battery. There's just a smooth display toggle that lets the phone automatically adjust between 60 Hz and 120 Hz. That said, the bezels around the screen are pretty thick. And for a 2025 phone from Google, that's a bit of a letdown. Brightness, manual 1248 nits. Auto, peak 1930 nits. It supports HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG, but sadly no Dolby Vision. Color accuracy is great. Content looks sharp and vibrant, and outdoor visibility is solid even under direct sunlight. Fingerprint and audio. The under-display optical fingerprint scanner is fast and reliable. The stereo speakers, one bottom firing and one front-facing, offer decent volume and clarity, though bass is a bit lacking. Performance. Under the hood, the Pixel 9 runs on the Google Tensor G4 chip, 4 nanometers, with 8 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 128 GB or 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. There's no micro SD slot. Day-to-day performance is smooth, the UI is snappy and responsive, but when you open multiple heavy apps, that 8 GB RAM can get stretched and lead to minor slowdowns. Gaming-wise, lighter games run fine. For heavier titles like Wuthering Waves, you will notice frame drops. I also tested Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale. It started at a smooth 90 frames per second, but after about 5 minutes of gameplay and some heat build-up, it dropped to around 70 frames per second. Still playable with no major lag or stuttering. Battery and charging. Battery 5100 mAh. The biggest ever in a Pixel. Wired charging 23 watts. PD 3.0. Wireless charging 7.5 watts. Qi standard. Battery life is excellent. In my experience, the Pixel 9a easily lasts a full day and often pushes into a day and a half. With light to moderate use, you can even get 2 full days. Charging is a different story. It takes over 1.5 hours to fully charge with a cable and more than 2 hours wirelessly. So yeah, it's not exactly fast charging. On the bright side, it has smart battery protection features like adaptive charging and an option to cap charging at 80% to preserve long-term battery health. Software and support. It ships with Android 15, and as expected from Google, you'll get 7 years of major OS and security updates. Just like the flagship Pixels, you get a clean stock Android experience with some nice extras. Gemini AI basic version, Pixel Studio, Magic Editor for smart photo editing. There's also lock screen customization, theme colors, icon shapes, and more. Though then it's still simpler than Samsung or OnePlus in terms of personalization. Cameras, rear cameras, main 48 megapixels f1.7 OIS dual pixel autofocus, ultra wide 13 megapixels f2.2 120 degree field of view, front camera 13 megapixels ultra wide f2.2. Image quality, daylight shots are sharp, vibrant, and natural, with excellent HDR. Portraits at 1.5x and 2x look great with clean edge detection and smooth background blur. Zoom goes up to 8x digitally. Up to 2x looks solid. Beyond that, detail drops fast. Low light. Main sensor does really well in low light, sharp, low noise, and well-controlled highlights. The ultra-wide suffers in low light, soft, noisy, and washed out. Competitor on Samsung Galaxy A56. Bigger display, glass build, dedicated macro camera, Poco F7 Pro, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 6000 mAh battery, faster charging. Pixel 9a is a simple, reliable phone that nails all the basics. It's got a clean design, great battery life, solid cameras, and long-term software support. But the design feels plain and plasticky. Thick bezels are hard to ignore. Charging is slow. No pro camera features or Dolby Vision support. So if you're a power user or a mobile gamer, you might want to look elsewhere. But for most people, the Pixel 9a is more than enough. And that's exactly what makes it a great choice.